Blog Talk Radio.
I know TJ had a broadcast going on earlier today. What's going on, man?
Cali Green Too Fresh and Fat Man Jersey, these guys don't have a lot of faith in ICP, I don't think, or in Juggalos and Psychopathic. And
513, you're on the line. Who's this?
Yo, what's up? Psychopathic Reviews again.
Hey, what's up, man?
Chilling. Yo, since we got cut off on that last one, I figured I'd call on this one, too.
All right.
Yeah, show's pretty crazy. Debate is ICP fading away? Is Twisted, I don't know what you call it, top dogs?
So people are thinking ICP's, like, going on the back burner?
Well, of course they are.
Twisted's raising up, or what?
ICP has always had a village, a whole fucking village of people with pitchforks and flaming torches, and of course they want to see them fail, but it's just a lot of people that were really digging the music 10, 15 years ago are a villager now trying to just forget ICP. And they're looking at the wicked shit and Twisted like the future, and ICP and the clowny shit is the past.
Fuck that.
I don't see it.
Yo, when it comes down to it, it's all about ICP. Don J, Shaggy 2 Dope. Like, if I had to choose, I would choose ICP over fucking anybody. Twisted Blaze, ABK, doesn't matter. But I do got one question. Where the fuck is Vanilla Ice during all this shit? You know what I'm saying? What's he doing?
I think he's one of the two artists. I think those two artists are going to help drive Psychopathic. I mean, everyone thinks that just because Twisted's gone, that Psychopathic now has a missing wheel and is not going to be able to function properly.
Right, and I've never thought that I've said since I heard that Twisted left, you know, they weren't there for almost the first 10 years that Psychopathic started. People seem to forget that. They were not there till the Jekyll Brothers came out. I mean, they were there a little bit during the Malenko era, but they were just kind of getting positioned.
It was in the back seat of the car.
Right. They were in the Hocus Pocus video, and, you know, so was Misery.
Completely irrelevant. They were thrown in that video just like they throw DJ Clay in videos nowadays.
Nobody knew, oh, that's Twisted in that video, till they pointed it out later.
Yeah, the Juggalos knew. I mean, that's the thing. They're doing stuff for Juggalos. As soon as somebody says they're not interested anymore, they're no longer a Juggalo. But Cali Green Too Fresh has a theory that even a hater and someone who's looking up ICP because they hate it, that's a Juggalo too. And in a way, I guess, yeah, but that's kind of why we all don't agree with each other, because no one is into ICP for the right reason or the same reason.
Right.
Like those fans of the underground wicked shit. They just can't deny ICP, but they don't want to be a Juggalo.
Yeah, I got lots of people to say, yeah, I listen to them, but I don't consider myself a Juggalo, you know.
Well, those people are just fucking confused, man. It's no different than being a fucking fag. I don't know what I'm doing.
I hear you. I don't know.
I think everybody's confused. I really enjoyed Big Irish Juggalo's last video, and he was just completely fed up with everyone commenting under Scribble's hunger strike on Fago Lovers.
I love that video, dude. I loved everyone on everybody on that.
It means a lot to hear Big Irish come out and say that, because nobody wants to show love. Everyone will only speak up to fucking tear someone else down. Nobody gives a fuck about the fruits of peace. Everyone wants to wage war. That's it. That's all anyone's interested in.
For real.
Yeah, the comments in the video are pretty fucking hilarious. So when he said what he said, like everybody that spoke out against the hunger strike commented in the video trying to justify what they said, and they kind of like backtracked a little bit, backpedaling and shit.
Backfired on them?
Yeah. And so like, well, I don't really fuck around too much. I just make my videos and, you know, say thanks to people and shit like that and bullshit with you guys on Facebook, but you know, I really don't stick my head into some bullshit. I just let people do their things.
I've been making shout-out videos to people, urging them to, like, speak up, and I like what they have to say, and I'm just letting them know that I appreciate them, but I've actually kind of felt that I may just do one more video and rattle off a bunch of names of people that I respect, and then give up on trying to rope other people into speaking up, because seriously, nobody even gives a fuck. and I'm about done with sitting in front of a camera and telling people anything, because nobody gives a fuck. I've been doing it for a year, and I actually told y'all in the beginning of this year that I was going to do this for the year, and then I was going to stop. So come 2013, y'all, I'm going to podcast with y'all, but I'm done making videos because nobody gives a shit. And as long as Big Irish Juggalo is there to school everybody, I think we'll be okay.
Right. Well, and Psychopath refused to do his shit. You're on a whole nother level with that stuff.
I'll always check out your videos, man. I'm just, I'm tired of preaching, and I'm tired of waiting for people to respond. And you know what the Juggalo YouTube community has shown me? That they're, for the majority, not interested in talking about ICP. So, yeah, that's not going to try and force it on them anymore. Hardly nobody gives a fuck. And I have spent all year talking about everything. And nobody has made responses to me. No one gives a shit. All they care about is who's fighting with who.
Right.
There's tons of bullshit that people care about, but nobody cares about the music.
Right.
Nobody wants to talk about the lyrics.
A little circle of drama, who's fighting with who.
I'm just ranting now, but the way that Big Irish just vented about his disgust about everyone is kind of how I feel, because all those comments from people, do you think even half of them are really juggalos? According to Cali Green Too Fresh, they are, because they're actually just paying attention.
No, that guy's, he's too stoned to be making observations.
Yeah.
Yeah, that dude's the shit, though. I noticed one thing with the whole Juggalo YouTube community is, like, when I post my videos and I do them reviews, I pretty much like to see, people's feedbacks, and, like, I want to know what people, what they were doing during that time period when they heard the same album that I was just reviewing. And most of the time, people talk back. There's a few people that respond every time, but I've noticed most of the time people only give comments and feedback when I give away shit. It's just like, yeah, I want free shit.
Right.
You don't talk to me in 2 years. You never post shit. But I got to give, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Okay, what's in it for me?
Right. And I find comments when I put a Batman mask on and say something stupid, and the views jack up, and all of a sudden there's comments from Juggalos that haven't paid any attention to any of the actual things I've had to say.
I hear you. Back when I was first doing videos, I tried to make them interesting and, ask questions, and I don't know if you remember when I do those, would you rather questions, just to get people thinking and get some kind of feedback, and those went off pretty good.
You can do kill, marry, fuck.
Shit, I would probably be posting videos still, but I have no fucking camera whatsoever, so I can make podcasts right now, and that's about it.
We're leaving first thing in the morning tomorrow for Ohio.
Yeah.
We're going in Ohio.
Going to
New Year's Evil.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm down here in Cincinnati, actually.
We're going to visit Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and Ralphie's house from A Christmas Story.
That's going to be awesome, man.
I'll bring my camera. You know it.
You got some money saved up for it?
No, but my girlfriend doesn't know that I got the VIP tickets, so I think it comes with some merch, and we're going to meet, but she doesn't know that yet, so that'll be cool. It'll be a nice surprise.
Hell yeah, it will.
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh, but even better, we got a hotel that's walking distance from the venue, so we can get shit-faced and then walk home, sleep, and then drive home the next morning.
There you go. That's going to be a hell of a New Year's.
Well, I guess we're going to wake up the next morning and go to Ralphie's house, but whatever.
Yeah, well, that's sad to hear that people are losing their faith in ICP.
Well, fuck them, they didn't need to be there anyway.
Yeah. I think a lot of people are just trying to hold on for some reason, and they just need to leave the scene anyway. So
true that. Well, the scene's going to change again. It's going to morph.
Yeah, fucking. I think there's a lot of evolution in the play with this. People are evolving. Say for movies and shit. They see a movie and they're like, oh, it's not as good as I thought it would be. It's because people get their fucking expectations way too high. They just want to see, the craziest shit you can think of in a movie, and when they don't see it, they just automatically trash it. I think it's the same with, each album that comes out from ICP. It's to me, they get better and better, but at the same time, it's always, in that same genre and the same, same shit. I don't want it to change too much, because if it changes too much, I'm probably going to question, why the fuck am I doing this still? But, when it really comes down to it, I'm still going to be listening to the Terror Wheel 20 years from now. I don't give a fuck.
Right.
Exactly.
Hell yeah.
I wonder if anyone who is criticizing ICP for losing their touch, if they've ever contemplated how sharp they're going to be 20 years from now in whatever the fuck they do, whether it's just picking their own nose or running their own business and, like feeding their families. They do a damn good job, man. It's not easy to write songs, and, we've been podcasting every song of the Mighty Death Pop. I know it's going slow, but I'm enjoying the hell out of it. And so far, I've got dick for response. Nothing. Zero. Zilch. Nobody wants to talk about this shit. No one's passionate about it. I'm almost doing those podcasts just to challenge and see if anybody gives a flying fuck about the new music besides us.
Yeah, fucking... one thing I noticed, something I want to comment on is, there's a lot of juggalos out there saying that ICP don't care about the music anymore and it's just about business. But if you think about it, if you look at the actual physical CDs itself, like the CD art and all the extra content that it comes with, like they released the Mighty Death Pop, in the 3 flavors, and it has, a total of 6 CDs plus a DJ toolkit. They give you so much shit, so much content, so much shit in the booklets. Like if they were just about the money, they would just print like a little 1-2 page booklet in black and white and sell that shit for $20 still. But they're selling shit for like $12, and it's fucking, it has more worth than some of that other shit you see out there.
They put out a hell of a product.
Definitely.
Well, I love your videos though, because ICP's music is worth reviewing the way that you do it, because there's a story behind everything, and people really do take it for granted. I said that last year. We all take it for granted how hard they push themselves, and I think everyone's bitching that music isn't getting promoted as much as it should be. But in 2009, 2010, they were pushing as hard and far as they could all year long just to see what would happen. I think they let their foot off the pedal a little bit. Since when are they supposed to do anything to a certain, what kind of expectations do we have, we really demand a lot of these guys.
Yeah. When was the last time you seen Justin Bieber fucking hand out ninja decoder tools in his fucking CDs, or board games where you can actually roll up the fucking dice and shit, or make, fucking cats
of the herpes
shit that was like wicked. Fucking Heartbroken Homicidal has a goddamn pencil in the spine of the CD case.
Mm-hmm.
I know. It's so awesome.
That's fucking crazy. Like, that shit is the shit.
And the way it's all glow in the dark, and it's got all the shit written there if you look at it under a black light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people don't, I guess it also comes down to the digital era where people want to just download off of iTunes. They really don't see it the same as the way I see it. And most people, when they comment on my videos, they say shit like, you really should, spend more time doing in-depth views of the music. And really, Psychopathic Reviews is basically me showing off my collection and doing a product review, not just, I'm not going to sit there for 20 minutes and make a dry-ass video about what each song means and, stuff like that.
That's what
I usually just want to tell small stories of, where I was at in my life when this shit came out.
Right.
I don't mind really talking about the songs, but at the same time, I want people to watch my videos, so I try to keep it, within the 5-minute range, because if I start flying off at 15 minutes, I myself, I'm not going to really watch a video that's over 20 minutes long. I'll skim through it trying to get, the good shit, but, some people are busy. I just got, I got things to do, so I try to, if I'm watching videos, it's like 3 or 4 minutes long.
I agree with you that it's a good idea to keep them short, sweet, concise,
to the point.
And I very rarely watch long videos unless, a Big Irish Juggalo. I'll make time.
Right,
I'll kick back.
If something that good, you got to watch all of it. But sometimes it's just dry material that's really not that, significant.
Are you kidding me, man? People talking in circles. Take a motherfucker 8 minutes just to say something you can say in fucking 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it's not just one person. It's tons of people. And I think people just like to hear themselves talk. I know I do. I tell you, man, I'm hop, skipping, and jump away from a nervous breakdown, midlife crisis. Who knows? Next year, you never know, guys. I might snap.
I really wouldn't let this whole twisted thing get to you, man. I mean, if Juggalo's going to, what do they call it, renounce their faith or whatever to ICP, I'd just say let them.
Of course, let them all day. I mean, no one even wants to talk about Chris Brown anymore or Dog the Bounty Hunter. those were the rallies that ICP was trying to get going, and Juggalos were like, we'd rather make fun of Boondocks or something.
No, fuck that.
You know, there's a lot of good that can come out of it. Like if Juggalos are not being down anymore, I've had this happen a lot where like I talk to my homies and they're like, you know what, I'm just not into it no more. I'm like, cool, sell me your CDs.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like they got like some rare shit that they had way too much money for. Like, okay, you got Jacob's Word, I'll give you $4 for it. Let's go.
That happens at the gathering all the time. Got a new copy of Clockwork Gray.
It's nostalgia, man. How can people part with it? I don't understand it.
So is Twisted merchandise from Psychopathic now all rare as fuck now? Is that what it is?
Well, it could be.
That's why I made that post that one day saying that my Born Twisted DVD just increased in value.
I saw that.
I mean, if you think about it, is House of Crazy shit really worth that much more since they changed the name?
Yeah.
Maybe the stuff they re-released on Psychopathic.
They've been trying to re-release shit forever, and every once in a while, like the Mr. Bone solo album.
Yeah, I got that.
I mean, really, if you really think about it, like, some people make comments, you know, they're like, how come you always open your CDs? Why don't you keep them sealed if you're a collector? It's like, well, first of all, it's ICP. Who gives a fuck? You know what I mean? Like, it's not going to be worth anything to anybody else but me. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Right. But even though, I mean, I do have a few things like my Bizarre sampler. I keep that sealed because that's like one of the hardest items I could ever get my hands on because I guess I could have broke down and bought it, but I actually got that sent to me. Got like 2 minutes left on this bitch. Hey, real quick, you guys ever seen that movie, The New Guy?
No,
There's a part in the end where Vanilla Ice is working in a record store, and he beats some dude down in the record store. You actually see some Bizarre samplers there, and I think a few AP magazines.
That's cool.
Wait, no, but who's the new guy? Who's the actor in it?
DJ Squalls. He's the guy that, what else did he fucking play on? He was that fucking dude on Road Trip, that little nerdy guy with the fucking underwear.
Yeah, I know what movie you're talking about.
Yeah.
I do. The new guy. He's the geek.
Yeah.
He's like all cool.
Right, yeah. Vanilla Ice beats somebody else down for touching his microphone while he's working at the record store. Probably like, 2002 or something, maybe earlier.
Vanilla Ice is awesome, and that's my boy.
Yeah, that dude's the shit. Like, it's funny, though, because, people hate on Vanilla Ice, they hate on ICP, but I think they make a great combo.
I think 2013 is going to be a hell of a year. They lose their heads in the moment, and they say a lot of shit they're going to regret later. And for real, man, I'd never change my story. I'm down with the clown until I'm dead in the ground, like you named this podcast.
I've seen so many people leave and come back, and it's just like, we can't even be friends anymore. Right? I know how you really feel. Like, they produce
other people.
You're out.
You're more right than you know.
What's this thing about the end?
Yeah, it's over.
All right, peace.
All right. Later.